Hey guys, Commander1300 here, and welcome to a very different video on the channel. This is because this is kind of a response, not really a response, but I got the idea from a person that's linked in the description. You'll have to find out for yourself. But so yeah, this is my top 30 DS, 3DS favorite games, which ironically, that's as much as I've played. I've played 30 of them. I went through the list and off that I could remember I've played 30. So let's get through this list. Shouldn't take too long, but if it does, you're in for a pretty good treat. Number 30. Start off the list with a very simple game, even though that's not the actual game. Yu-Gi-Oh! World Champions. Halinator got me to play it, and I'm good at making decks and not very good at battling. So that's why it's at number 30 on the list. I've only played it less than an hour as well. Okay, number 29 is ScribbleNauts. The original ScribbleNauts. Yeah, it just wasn't my type of genre to play. I don't like how they kind of set it up, and there was no adjectives, and I'm an adjective person. That's supposed to be number 28, but we'll continue on to Call of Duty MW2. This is the first Call of Duty game I got. It wasn't that bad, but the other two were so better that this one dropped really far. The multiplayer is the only thing I really played, though. Moving on to number 27, which is actually correct, is Zelda Spirit Tracks, Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Another game that Halinator had, and I got to play the multiplayer on. You know, pretty good. Haven't played, the campaign seems pretty good. But number 26 is Pilot Wings Resort with 3DS, because this is DS and 3DS. It's casual. It's a little too casual. They could have done a lot with it, though. Number 25, rounding into the top 25, is Super ScribbleNauts. As I said, even though this one added adjectives, I really didn't like how the gameplay was about it. So moving on to number 24 on the list. Number 24 is Pokemon Black and White. Now, it's not that I didn't like the version, etc., etc. It's just that Pokemon Black and White 2 I liked so much that this one was just like black and white pretty much. Number 23 is Pokemon, that's a big title, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. I preferred the Red Rescue Team, probably because it was for the Game Boy Advance. And at the time, DSs were just coming out to our area. So yeah, that's why that's so far down. Number 22 is Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Volna, the only Pokemon Ranger I really played. And I just didn't like the gameplay as well. I mean, it's a good game. A game I would recommend if you like that type of Pokemon, but it was just too different for me. Number 21 is Plants vs. Zombies, and you're probably wondering, what the heck, why is it down here? It's just because, you know, it's a good game, but there's so many other versions that are better, even though Plants vs. Zombies for DS is extremely good. So just to get it. Number 20, Sonic Rush Adventure, and I actually liked this game a lot. I know people that didn't, but you know, it was a good game. I liked the gameplay, I liked the customization of it, how you could get cool stuff, and all the surfing, whatever it is. Number 19, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown was the only Grand Theft Auto I've ever played, because True Dog 456, yeah, him, let me play it, and it's not that bad. I just like driving around. Who doesn't? No reason to tick off the cops. Just drive around and, oops, I ran into you. Number 18 on the list is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explore Sky. I'm wondering why is this so low. It's because of what's coming up number 5 on the list. I'm not going to say anymore. Sky's a great game, but I just prefer the first version better. No, not the first, the second version. Number 17, now we get into the Mario games. New Super Mario Bros. This was the first DS game I ever got, and yes, The games are good, the gameplay is good, but there's so many games that are better that I prefer. Including the one coming up, which if you're a Nintendo 64 fan, you'll recognize. On number 16 is New Super Mario Bros. Well, New Super Mario Super Mario 64 DS. And I like the mini games about it. I like the multiplayer. I just like it all around. Number 15 is Super Mario 3D Land, and yes, great gameplay, great graphics, probably one of the best graphic games that they've came out, but it's a repeat of about every Super Mario Bros. Sorry. Yes, and that Super Mario Land as well. Coming in number 14, now we get to the good games. Number 14 is Kirby Superstar Ultra, which I really had a tough time deciding if I wanted to put this in the top 10. But I decided to put this 14th. It's a great game. I suggest you get it. It combines all of Kirby, not Yarn. I hate Kirby. If we talk about Wii games, that's on the bottom, by the way. All the Kirby things I love, with great mini games, great power-ups, tournament modes, awesome. You should get it. Number 13 on the list is the second Call of Duty game on here, and that's Call of Duty 4. And you're probably gonna wonder why. But I've only played the multiplayer of this because I played it with Alienator and Gunner and Captain Tyler. Always had a glitch where if you hold up a grenade in the air and run at a person, you could suicide without killing yourself and then kill the other people. It was actually pretty cool. So yeah, that's why it's 13 on the list. Lucky 13, isn't it? Number 12 on the list is, we got some gameplay, but it's Mario Hoops 3-on-3. This is actual gameplay from Mario Sports Mix, but it's basketball. So, I liked Mario Hoops. I liked how they added people from Final Fantasy in it. I love Slime in Mario Hoops 3-on-3. Anyway, not 3-on-3. Mario Hoops, I actually like Moogle on Hoops 3-on-3. And then Slime was just, I love Slime. He's so nice. He's so fluffy, too. So is Moogle. Okay, moving in, number 11 is more gameplay, but it's same type of genre. It's Mario Kart 7, and where's Mario Kart 7 up there? So I always talk about Mario Kart 7. That's just because of what's number 1. And even though I love Mario Kart, and, hey, there's a guy that hacks. That's funny. He's hacking. But yeah. So I just like it. It's a fun game. I loved playing with King Chump back in the day, but now I don't really want to play it anymore. It's a good game, you should get it, but I prefer what's number 1 on the list. Oh dear. Number 10, now we're cracking into the top 10. Number 10 on the list is Advance Wars Dual Strike. And I've played 2 Advance Wars. This was the second one I've played, and it's a really good game. I love Blue Moon. I always kick butt with Blue Moon. If you don't know what it is, get the game. It's actually a pretty decent game. I've completed no campaign whatsoever. And we'll get to the second one where I talk about completing campaigns. Because number 9 on the list is what you would expect, Call of Duty Black Ops. Even though this is coverage from Black Ops 2 on zombies that I just got done with. Call of Duty Black Ops. I loved Call of Duty Black Ops for the DS. You had your zombies, you had your multiplayer, you had your campaign. Mind you, there's only 2 campaigns of first-person shooters that I've ever completed. Halo Reach and Call of Duty Black Ops. I've completed it twice on 2 different consoles. So, yeah, I love Call of Duty Black Ops. I remember going to all district band auditions and having Captain Tyler and our friend Ashton, who you have seen on the 500th episode, not 500th episode, 500th video on the channel of Six and Stones, Cookie Bricky 17. They just playing and she freaking out. It's like 11 o'clock at night. Everyone's trying to sleep. She's freaking out. It's fun. The only thing I wish they would have changed and why it's not higher on the list is because, like MW4, why it's not MW4. they can't come out with that quite yet. Call of Duty 4 is that you need 2 game cartridges to play, and Call of Duty 4 was only 1. That's why I like it better. Perk. So yeah, we're at number 9. We're cracking the top 10. We've already covered all 3 Call of Duty games that I like. I've played anyway. So let's round her up. How many of you think that next one's a Mario game? So we're number 8. Well, I hope you're right. I hope it's a Mario game. Yeah, it is a Mario game. Number 8 on the list is Mario Tennis Open, my favorite sports game for a handheld. I love Mario Tennis Open. I love the multiplayer. I love the single player. Why is it this low on the list? Because there's a lot of other games that I like different things about, and this just kind of happened to settle out on the bottom. Also, it's my favorite 3DS game, if anyone was wondering. And of course, there might be Luigi's Mansion. The new Luigi's Mansion actually seems like a good bet. And then X and Y coming out. I think that might top the list, sorta. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's move on to number 7. Lucky 7. And what is Lucky 7? Come on, Diamond Pearl. Now, I don't have any gameplay. Don't have any snapshot of it. Couldn't get any gameplay from it, like from the second channel. But Pokemon Diamond Pearl, I've had a Pearl and I've had a Diamond. I've played Pearl for about 80 hours. I've played Diamond for over 550 hours. I loved Diamond back in the day. Now there's some I like a different version of Pokemon. 2 of them actually are up. But Pokemon Diamond I played a lot. And it's not I'd set it down and go back. It would save, come back. That's actually complete gameplay. 550 hours. Mainly probably like 300 of it is mining and underground stuff, because I loved that. I should add that in X and Y, which I definitely will. Number 6 on the list is not the last Mario game, but pretty close. Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story. I love RPGs, so I was happy when I got Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. It's just what I want. I loved, you can see Fat Luigi there, and it was a good game. I would suggest you get it. I have it actually on my laptop on ROMs. I might play gameplay of it, I don't know. I'm pretty satisfied with Storm Silver right now. I haven't seen that. You should go check it out, it's a pretty cool game. Just had to stretch there, because we're coming down to the top 5 favorite games. 3 of them are Pokemon, 1 of them's Mario, and 1 of them is the other Advanced Wars. So, get out of the way, title. We got, that says number 6, it's supposed to be number 5, of course, I got screwed up around here. And there we go. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time. This great gameplay. A lot of people say it's their top favorite for Pokemon spin-offs. I agree with them. It's pretty good. Great gameplay. They rated it at 3. That should be like a 4 or 5. I'm sorry. But it's underrated game. You should get it. Try it out. I'm sure you'll love it. It's about impossible to beat, according to my knowledge. But yeah, it's fun. Number 4. Number 4 on the list is Pokemon Black and White 2. I beat it in 6 days. It's not because it's easy. It's just because I spent like 36, 48 hours, 74. It's like, it was around 50 hours to beat. And I just beat it in 6 days. It's a good game. I suggest you get it. I'm hoping X and Y is as good as that. But there's one, if you haven't heard me talk about Pokemon, there's one generation that rises above them all. And that's why it's above Black and White 2. Even though Black and White 2 had some pretty cool stuff, this game beats it. And I'm also doing a ROM hack of it right now. No, yeah, ROM hack of it right now. And number 3, number 3 on that list, I can't speak Spanish, is Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Even though in the background you're watching gameplay of episode 2 of Pokemon Storm Silver, which is the ROM hack I'm working on. It's an extremely cool game. All 3 of them, including Sacred Gold, so that makes 4, are great games. Even though I prefer Storm Silver over the originals, it's just a pretty cool setup how they have it. Makes it fun. As I love Johto, I love Shuckle. Most of my favorites come from Johto. Johto, Kanto, Hoenn, those are my kind of there. Oh, there's a Hoppip. I actually catch that Hoppip, by the way. I'm not going to give much any more details, just so that you'll watch episode 2 of Storm Silver coming up. It might be already out, I don't know. I haven't figured it out quite yet. Anyway, what will Derek do? Derek will go to number 2 on the list. And number 2 is another game I've put a lot of time in. Advance Wars Days of Ruin. My first Advance Wars game. If you have a 5 or 6, if you have a long car trip and you want to play and you want to have a tank battle, this is the game to do it. Your DS battery will run out before the battle does if you have a large enough map. It's that difficult, it's that fun to play, it's that strategic. I always go on defense. I always lost. Unless I went in waves or long battles, then I did pretty good. So yeah, get the game. It's amazing. I also have 2 episodes of it. That's why the gameplay is up front. 2 episodes live on the channel. You should look them out. And number 1 on the list. And if you know me, this is a no-brainer. If you don't know me, yeah, we're back to Mario Kart. Mario Kart DS. I love Mario Kart DS. I've probably spent thousands of hours in it, because when you're bored and you get up and you leave at 5 o'clock to go to contests, what's the best thing to do? Mario Kart. I remember 4 years ago, me, Halonator, a friend named Leah, she is extremely good at Mario Kart. She will whoop your rear. No kidding. Of course, she's Asian, so that explains everything. No offense, but Asians are really smart. But, she's also Chinese. That makes it better. But, yeah. We were usually top 3. It was always fun to play Mario Kart. Always 8 people, one game cartridge, actually. Because she had 2. She had 1 and 2 DSs. I had 2 and 4 DSs. Actually, she had 3 DSs. 4 DSs. Oh, there's the guy who hacks. Halonator had 2 DSs. There's about 4 or 5 people who had DSs. Captain Tyler had 2 DSs. So yeah, we could play Mario Kart all the time, and we did. But then Mario Kart 7 came out. And you need a game. Cartridge. Yeah. Oh, there's Halonator. Hi, Halonator. Okay, so yeah. That is all. I'm going to be discussing a little bit more, and the one game that I wish I've played, I might try and get it, I don't know. I've already talked about Luigi's Mansion and Pokemon X and Y, but there's one DS game that I would want to play. And that, we'll talk about that and give all the stuff later. So yeah, that's it for the top 30 3DS games by Commander 1300. If you want to watch Storm Silver, I might have that in the description. I know I'll have the link to the person who gave me the idea to do this channel in the description. You should be surprised, but no, you shouldn't be surprised, because he does pretty awesome content. I would say you need to go and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, watch all the videos. They're actually pretty good. And then the one it's a Pokemon game. The one game that I wish I would have been able to play is Pokemon Conquest. I think it would probably be number 4 3 on the list. I don't know if it could beat Heart Gold Silver, especially with that ROM hack I just got. But yeah. So yeah, that's all. I'm Commander 1300. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Hit comment below of what else you'd want to see. Hit the subscribe button, favorite, whatever you do. Share with your friends. Share with your enemies. You know, maybe if you didn't like this, and you want to tick off your enemies, show them this. I don't care, they might like it. So yeah, that's all. We will see you next time.